will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And down to the 16-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Kansas City Chiefs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. 2nd and 9.
Isaiah Pacheco. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Now it's Mahomes again. Mahomes will do it himself. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And fights through one man. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27th. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play the best we can.
You almost get a moment in the... Well, it's hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally stop it, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, and just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mahomes going to throw. Looking middle, he finds Royals. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's 4th down.
They'll run through it with Pacheco. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because